Welcome to Disney Springs.
Yes, a rainy day here at Disney Springs. But first and foremost, on the day of filming, it is Brian's birthday. So happy birthday.
On the day of filming. Happy birthday to me. We're headed into Morimoto Asia, which is right behind us.
Yep.
Former home of mannequins. Anyone remember Pleasure Island? This building behind us was the Mannequins nightclub.
It's funny. I remember walking through Pleasure Island as a kid. Of course, I couldn't go in, but I remember it.
And I was able to go in, so I was in Mannequins before. Anyway, so that's not why we're here to talk about Mannequins. We're here to go in and experience Morimoto Asia. We've been here before for dinner.
It's been a while.
Yeah, but it's been a couple years, and I don't think we definitely did not ever do a YouTube video on it, so we're going to take you along with us. Morimoto Asia is a part of the Patina Group, and they are hosting us tonight, so thank you to them for hosting. And we are going to go in and check in for a reservation.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, we are seated at our booth, which they have a few booths. They don't have a lot of booths here. They have some half booths as well, but the booths in the middle of the room are kind of the vibe.
They're very nice, yeah.
They're like circles. We'll try to show you what they look like. And you have like cherry blossom arrangements next to you, and you have the chandeliers above. So it is 100% a vibe. It doesn't feel like you're at Disney Springs.
No.
It feels like you're in the city somewhere. And it has a nice like Asian feel in here, but it's like updated and modern, but also like playful and fun. Yeah. It doesn't take itself too seriously at all. You'll see there's an open kitchen here on the main level, and then upstairs is where the sushi bar is and where they're actively making sushi. So I see some empty seats up there right now.
Yeah.
So you could sit up at the sushi bar if you wanted to, and my guess would be that you could just walk in here and grab some sushi if you wanted to, maybe not even need a reservation depending on how busy it is.
Right.
Any more thoughts?
No, yeah, it's two-story dining, and they describe it as food theater. And then, like he mentioned, it is the open kitchen that you can see them making the food. We'll throw some shots in there. It's very pretty. Yeah, aesthetically pleasing.
It's a beautiful restaurant.
For sure.
And I think it's probably more beautiful at night.
Yes. I mean, even though it is night, once it gets fully dark outside, you'll be able to truly appreciate the views in here. Yeah,
but it's pretty much dark already. Yeah. I kind of wanted to make sure the reservation wasn't too early because I wanted the vibes of the nighttime. So definitely, I mean, they do have lunch, so you can get lunch here, but I really wanted to come here for dinner and get the full vibes.
And as we were talking earlier, our server brought over our drinks. Do you remember what you got?
So I have the Lychee Martini, and TJ has.
And then I did the Sleepless in Sapporo, which is their take on the espresso martini.
You can hold it up for the people.
Yeah, and then I was going to do...
Oh, he's going to slice and B-roll of it.
Yeah, so I got that. But yeah, already I'm impressed.
So I had to take videos first with my phone camera, and then we can actually taste the drinks, and we'll let you know how they are.
Yeah, and then a little bit about the menu. There's a lot.
Yeah.
It is very expansive.
So I already have the thought in my mind of there's three parts to the menu. There is the cocktails, so your drink, your cocktails. There is your standard menu that they always have, which is sushi dinner menu, and then thank you so much. And then they also have like their hot plates, like their dim sum, their meat, their poultry. So there's that menu, and then the third element to the menu is their seasonal, and this is more of like their seasonal fish that they bring in, and so you have three menus you need to look at and be prepared to look at. So it can kind of be overwhelming when you sit down and they hand you three different pieces of material.
But our server was very knowledgeable on what literally everything on the menu was.
Andres is our server, and he's super, super knowledgeable, which is what I want in a place like this, because you're going to try new things. If you're adventurous, you're going to come in here and want to try new things. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you have a very basic food palate, this...
Like I told TJ, I was like, when you're picking your sushi roll, just know that like this is real sushi.
Yes.
This is not fake sushi. All right, so we're gonna get into our cocktails and start eating here soon.
Yes.
We've started with sushi, and we've had our first round, and that was the spider roll. TJ ordered that one. That is tempura, soft shell crab, spicy mayo, cucumber, and asparagus. The crab is fried. It had a nice salty flavor to the crab. I'm guessing that's coming from the batter.
It's a little warm.
It was warm?
A little warm, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit warm. It was fried.
Yeah.
So, did you want it to be cold or warm?
No.
Okay. He wanted it to be warm. It was good. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the real sushi. And so we have 3 pieces of nigiri in front of us. By the way, the spider roll was $19. Okay? We're being thorough. All right, so I have from the far right-hand side is the red Seabass. It is priced at $18 per piece and is one of the most popular fish in Japan, and the menu says it's very limited. This is on the kind of like the seasonal fish menu. The waiter recommended it, the server recommended it, so I said yes, please. And then the next one in the middle is the Thorny Head, and that is $18. This is one of the fattiest white fish in Japan, and it is very limited, I guess. I don't know, very limited in the world, very limited in this restaurant. Anyway, I'm excited for both of those. And then I wanted a tuna, and I told them I wanted a medium fatty tuna. Not too fatty, so just kind of medium. So I don't remember which one it is exactly, but I just told them I wanted a medium tuna. And so that's what the last and final one there on the left is. And I will let you know next time we touch base how they were. I'm expecting them to be fantastic. Now we have our warm or hot apps at the table. We have the spicy vegetable wontons and the Morimoto spare ribs. I want to make sure I got that right. We're going to start with the spicy wontons first. There's 4 of them, and they are $15. So here we go. I'm going to kind of make sure I get it sauced here. There we go. Let's try it. First reaction. Everything is steamed here. They don't do like the wontons or anything fried. And the wonton wrapper is so light and just, it's not like gooey. It's just nice and light. Ooh, and then I get another, like a freshness in the back end. It's a really nice flavor. And it's not too dense, but it's not like, you think vegetable and maybe you don't think it's going to be very dense, but it's just the right denseness, if that's the word. Those are delicious, and they were recommended by the server. Very light. All right, let's try. I'm just going to pick it up. Here is the Morimoto spare rib. Have we had these? No. We've never had these before. And these are one of their more popular items here. I hear it's very crispy on the outside and soft as you get closer to the bone, like fall off the bone. Let's go for it. Wow. That's good. Exactly how I described it. Crispy on the outside. So tender though. The meat is so tender. And it's basically like that batter or the fried part is what's like holding that meat to the bone, because if not, it would be falling off the bone. Wow. You're gonna like this one.
Okay, so we're back. I ordered a second drink because I saw this as we walked in and it looked interesting. So this is a smoked old fashioned. The name of it is, the way he said it, it gave like pig Latin because he said it very fast, but it's not. I know it's not. It is the Takarabako. And this first line is crazy. It is A5 Wagyu fat washed Angels and V bourbon. And so when you say fat wash, it's a little interesting. but that's probably the key reason why it was so smooth. And we've been to a few distilleries.
Like butter.
Yes, it was very smooth. That was good.
And the presentation was top notch.
Yes, the presentation was top notch as well. And then, so we also ordered what did we get? The Morimoto Peking Duck. Peking Duck, and that serves 2.
I'll take the mic now.
He'll talk about it.
All right, so yes, the Morimoto Peking Duck. This is one of the things that like they're most famous for here. And when we've been here before, we've been like, when I've been here before, even with TJ, I'm like, I want to get that. You just have to find the right moment to get it with the right person, and I kind of forced TJ into it today. But
it was worth it.
TJ really liked it. Sometimes duck can be like oily and too like fatty chewy. Almost and chewy. This is not. It's super tender, just the right amount of fat, super just like savory. Melt in your mouth, but not, I wouldn't call it melt in your mouth, just like tender and just good.
I agree.
So let me tell you what it comes with. So it's a carved house roasted whole duck, and you can see them hanging the ducks. We might be able to get a shot of it, but you can see them from the outside near the Morimoto outdoor window. They have an outdoor like quick service window here. A lot of times you'll see the ducks hanging. Apricot sweet chili. I knew I tasted apricot. It's apricot sweet chili. I knew it. I ate a lot of apricots growing up because my aunt had an apricot tree in her backyard, and there was several years there where the produce from that apricot tree was abundant. So a lot of apricots. Hoisin, miso, scallion, and cucumber. And then it's your choice of what to like put your duck on. You could do steamed flour tortillas, bao buns, or lettuce cups, and we did the bao buns. And then your choice of steamed white rice, brown rice, or noodles. So we did the noodles, the nudes. And the cost of the Peking duck, the price on that is $79, and you can't do a half duck. It's a full duck or no duck. And it is $2 extra for the noodles. And if you wanted to add more like bao buns, or you wanted to add 2 like bao buns in the lettuce cups, then it would be a $5 additional charge. And now we have churros.
Okay, so as we were wrapping up talking about the duck, he brought out our dessert, which were the churro donuts, which have 3 pieces. He brought 4. Brought 1 extra. He was nice.
Yeah, I guess we got 1 extra.
He was nice. And those are dusted with cinnamon sugar, and they have a white miso caramel on the side. So we're going to try these live for you.
Oh, I need a video first. Hold that thought. We're going to get a video first.
Pause and we'll come back.
We no longer have a fork, so we're just going to use our hands. I'm going to dip it in, what's the sauce again?
So that is the white miso caramel.
Oh, wow. There we go.
What's the consistency?
Well, I mean, it looks like a caramel sauce.
So would you consider it thick or thin?
Thinnish.
Okay.
It's a thinner, the way it dips, it's kind of like a thinner caramel sauce.
Kind of like it that way, because when it's thick, it can be a little too overpowering and kind of break whatever you're dipping into.
The churros themselves have a very light flavor. They're still very hot. I actually kind of want them to cool down a little bit. Sometimes when it's too hot, you can't really get the real flavor, and it needs a chance to cool down. I want to give this a chance to cool down for a few moments. It's very soft on the inside and crunchy on the out, which I like. And the flavor is very light all around, not too sweet, which I'm a fan of not too sweet. I'm going to take a second bite and let you know what I think, my final thoughts. And then you should have some too.
Yeah.
So we've had a few more bites. Consensus is at least in my opinion, the churro is kind of like the canvas for the sauce. You're getting most of the flavor out of the sauce. I like the fact that it's not too overly sugary.
Yeah.
And with the miso in there, you're getting almost a slight savory element to the miso sauce or the miso caramel. So overall, I like it. I think out of everything we've had on the table tonight, this is not like the shining piece, on the table,
But it's still good.
but it's still delicious. And they're super fresh, which we appreciate because it's piping hot.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, yeah, I kind of piggyback off of what he mentioned with letting it sit for a minute. That'll definitely kind of enhance the flavor on the inside, because on the outside it's crunchy, and I do like that aspect, but on the inside it's a little too soft, so it kind of takes away from the flavor of the inside. And this is so random, but when I was dipping it into the caramel sauce, it kind of reminded me of in Lady and the Tramp when she gets her donut and coffee in the very beginning of the movie. It has that same size, and that reminded me of it. But anyway.
That's where your mind was?
Yes.
Lady and the Tramp?
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, kind of like he mentioned as well, I like that it's not overtly like heavy on the sugar. It doesn't like overpower it by any means. So yes, was this the standout piece? Probably not, but overall still good. I would get it. Yeah.
We're all finished.
Yeah, we would normally wrap up outside, but it's raining.
Yeah, it is. It is rained all day today.
As per Florida.
So what was your favorite thing?
So mine were definitely the spare ribs. Those, I could easily come and just eat those by themselves.
So delicious.
Whatever seasoning and whatever they do to it. It's
Whatever the
it's
process.
magic. So good.
And then I really loved my bites of sushi. Fantastic. And then the duck. I mean, that's kind of like their signature thing here. The duck is very good. Everything, though, is super high quality, and you're not going to be disappointed with whatever you get here. I've never been. I've been a few times. We've been once before together, and never been disappointed.
Yeah, it's funny, as we're eating a duck, we're like, why isn't this place Michelin, like, recommended or have a star?
So,
and then we looked it up, and
it's recommended.
Yeah.
But not starred. I would say that it should almost be starred. We've been to Michelin starred restaurants that I just feel like aren't quite even what this is. And the service, I know we were hosted, so sometimes that experience changes things in terms of service. But the food, we've always had good food here.
Yes.
So the service was above and beyond tonight, so we appreciate that. But we've always had a great experience at Morimoto, and I feel like it's not talked about a lot. For being on Disney property and accessible to so many people when they're on vacation. So definitely add this to your list.
Yes.
Okay, so now's the time. If you have questions, put them in the comments. We also want to say thank you to our Patreon members.
Yes,
thank you so much. And make sure to like and subscribe.
And we will see you guys next time.
See you next time.